Hi, everyone. So we're here with the amazing Dr. Gianluca Bianco, the amazing person that's put this powerful system together that we're introducing to you in the US. And I wanted to quickly go over, as you can see the wall behind us, I don't think he has a wall big enough to fit all the education and all of the masteries that he has attained. So I just wanted to take a moment and have him explain to us a little bit about his background. He's very humble. He doesn't like to talk about himself. So I've forced him to come on camera with us now to actually give us a little bit of information about this amazing person and beautiful information that resides in his brain.
Thanks a
So
lot.
please.
No, it's just because of I like very much to study.
Yes,
And
I
then
can
all
tell.
my life I started from my grandfather and my father. I started to study medicine, and then I graduated in internal medicine, but I never stopped to study in some university here in Italy, but in China also, studying, for example, posturology, studying acupuncture, neuromodulation, ozonotherapy, and then I create a personal approach with an integration of all these techniques to improve the human health in a general way or in a specific way, bringing together the neuroscience with some ancient practice, like, for example, acupuncture. That doesn't mean in this phase a sort of neuroimmunomodulation, but it's all very useful to improve the long life, the health span of the population here in Italy, and I would like very much to do the same thing in the United States.
Yes, we'll love that. We need a lot of help in the States. But I was just speaking to your secretary, and she was telling me about a little bit of the kind of like the clientele that comes in, high level athletes, people that are really, trying to improve their performance. So give us a little bit of an idea of how long have you been doing this in Italy, and who's your clientele here?
Okay, there's so much different clients because when you study and when you can assess the physiology of the person, starting from the brain until the bone,
Yes.
you have a lot of markers, and you have to be able to interpret these markers and to adapt these markers on the person. And then if a person is an oncologic patient, for example, is the same approach with a super athlete for performance, because the physiology never change in the human body. And then you have to adapt these markers related to what do you want to do with the patient and what the patient wants from you.
Yes.
And then in the approach with the athletes, you have to exasperate the good physiology in the patient with a chronic disease, heart disease, metabolic disease, mental disease, autoimmune disease, chronic pain. You have to restore the same marker that you can see alterated on the basic non-invasive analysis that we daily do with the biotechna technology.
Biotech, and that's your main focus here is using the biotechna
Of
technologies.
course, because it's an amazing, incredible technology from Venice that is used from the best researcher of the world about physiology, physiopathology, and endocrino-immunology. And then all the data are very confident because are the scientific aspect. And for this reason, I call this clinic scientific longevity, because it's not like, biohacking or to suggest something in a general way to the patient, but is assessed, measured, assessed, and then in this case the longevity programs are very scientific, and this is because of the biotechnology technology that aliments the scientific research, and the scientific research is inside our devices.
Wow, that's
That's
powerful.
it. That's it.
That's powerful. So please give us a little bit of information about your expertise, about these different diplomas that we see on the wall. that
Yes.
what is exactly your background in science?
Right now I'm 53 years old, but when I was a child I started becoming a graduate in medicine, and then I studied 5 years and working at the same time in the University Sapienza, that the oldest university in Europe.
So you were a professor there for 5 years at Sapienza University?
No, in that period I was studying internal medicine. Yes,
okay.
Then I became graduate in internal medicine, like a specialization.
Okay.
But all my life I always had a love with some integrative therapies, because I felt that the academic medicine is fantastic and so scientific, but there are some lacking about some approaches that are better in my sensation, comparing with the drugs. And then in medicine, you know, there are the surgery, the drugs, and the physiology.
Yes.
And then I choose the way of the physiology to improve the health of my patients. And then I start to integrate the assessment of autonomic nervous system, prefrontal cortex, and body composition in relation and in response to some therapies like homeopathy, ozonotherapy, acupuncture, that I also studied in China, and I created an approach based on a scientific acupuncture also.
Okay.
And then I started with medicine, internal medicine. I became graduate in Sapienza also in posturology, to see the musculoskeletal aspect of the distress.
Okay.
And then I studied PNEI, psychoneuroendocrine immunology. That's the science, the actual science, talking about the relationship between a stress system, like a system that regulates the physiology of the whole body, and the relationship between the overactivation of the stress system and the development of the chronic disease, like cancer, like metabolic disease, cardiovascular disease, mental disease, and autoimmune disease. And that's it. And then you can see here, and every year we are linked to the Open Academy of Medicine. That's our great mom about the science, because inside the school there are the best researcher and teacher of the world about the relationship between stress system and diseases.
And tell us just a little bit about the Open Academy of Medicine.
The Open Academy of Medicine is not Sapienza, is an international school based on London. The president is Dario Boschiero, and it was able to put together the best researcher of the world, talking about the relationship for neuroimmunomodulation, metabolism, clinical nutrition, and physical rehabilitation, all in one course that is a continued formation that we do every year. And I have the honor to teach acupuncture, scientific acupuncture, inside the
Sapienza University.
Sapienza University, and inside Open Academy of Medicine.
And Open Academy. And you mentioned Boschiero, that how he's created this Open Academy of Medicine, and just happens to be the founder of the biotechnologies.
He's the research and develop chief of the biotech.
Yes.
He is not the owner. He's the engineer that is dedicated, like a president of the Open Academy of Medicine, to go on with the educational aspect, and for the biotechna, the development of the technology.
Very nice.
Exactly.
Very nice.
And also it's a great friend of mine.
Very cool. And as far as the Sapienza University in Rome that you guys are very involved with, can you tell us just a little bit about the Sapienza University, the background of this powerful university here?
Yes, in Sapienza I thought that we need to send this kind of message also in an academic situation, in an academic way. And then after learning all about Open Academy of Medicine, I created a course, a master degree in functional medicine, called Functional Medicine Degree, Prevention, rehabilitation, because very good also, for example, for physiotherapists in the rehabilitation, and integrated techniques, talking about acupuncture, auricular acupuncture, neuromodulation, auriculotherapy that we call auricular neuromodulation, photobiomodulation, brainwave entrainment, and then together with Francisco Sidral, Dr. Francisco Sidral, it's a great friend of mine with a PhD in neuroscience, we created this network integrating all these therapies, but always measuring and assessing what's happened in the human physiology before and after.
Yes.
And then created the scientific protocols to improve the general health.
Well, there you have it. We have so much knowledge in this space, so much knowledge in this person, in Dr. Francisco, which most of you guys have already met, but I will definitely have the conversation with Dr. Francisco as well. He is here in Italy with us. We're doing a very powerful collaboration together to be able to bring all the successes that Dr. Gianluca has experienced over decades of research and study in a very organized, very beautiful system, so that it can be very easy to duplicate for anybody that's is operating a clinic or a wellness center, or just any practitioner that could tap into this way of working with people and truly being able to help them recover and bring in their system to this optimal balance and coherence. So, Dr. Gianluca, is there anything else you would like to share with us today, with our audience?
Of course, in 2 months I'll be there in the United States, and then I hope to see you in Orlando in a great event that Nima is organizing.
That's right. So in the November event, Dr. Gianluca Bianco is going to be there himself. He's going to be teaching a workshop on the biotechno technologies, and he's going to be one of our main speakers at the event. So make sure that you guys are coming to that event to really get a hands-on experience with Dr. Gianluca and really get to know this amazing person and download a little bit of his information so that we can take it back to our centers and help a lot of people. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks a lot. See you later. See you soon.
Yes.